There are three stages in as an employee when you join any company or take up any activity. First is acclimatize. How do you adopt to that particular culture? Because you have a different idea, maybe you have or you have similar ideas. How do you adopt to this particular environment? Many employees during this time are successful, and it is always about adopting, because today you are in Cochin, tomorrow you may be in Kansas City, which is middle of USA, or you may be suddenly put into Idaho or Fargo. These are all places where not even Americans go sometimes. So you are going to be in different cultures trying to learn, or you may be in Saudi Arabia. For we had work in Saudi Arabia as well. So what happens is, how do you adopt or adapt to a different culture is the first 3 months is what we see. Are you adapting to this? Are you adopting our value system? Can you actually work with people whom you don't agree with, or can you work with technologies that is counterproductive? I mean, there are different scenarios. We will see how you work on that. That's the first thing we do. The second thing is, are you able to build your own expertise? Now that you are adopted into Nuvento, now you know Nuvento, you may have somebody coming and saying, this DevOps problem is there for 2 years. Or somebody may say, oh, we have this customer having this issue for last 1 year. What is your expertise? How are you bringing new ideas into picture? How are you creating new expertise? That's the second consideration. So first is, do whatever you are strong in. It's like, when you climb a rock, what do? You hold on to the first rock. The first rock is whatever talent you have. You adapt to it to this particular company. The second thing is, you become an expert on whatever you're doing. And the third thing is, you should monetize. So what do you mean by monetize? Monetize is, now that you've adapted yourself to this and you've created this expertise and you're starting to do things, can you bring in ideas that can be of different value? Can you now say, hey, I am capable of taking up a bigger team, right? For example, a lot of people think that it is like number of years is equal to monetization or compensation. That's not the way it is. You will sometimes in this particular new journey, especially after AI, you will see that a lot of young people coming in have better outcomes. So because they have already adopted to that particular surrounding, they have already built an expertise, and now they are in the stage of monetization. So these are the three stages at which, and when with monetization is also about expansion. It's not about, so now what happens is, let's say you were working initially in one financial sector or one particular group. Can I take it to a larger group? Can I take it to a larger number of customers? Can I handle more teams? Can I handle more objectives for Nuvento? So how your objectives cross-line with Nuvento will be the way by which you monetize. And this is not just with Nuvento. Any time in your career, any customer you go to, let's say you go to a new customer, first what do? You adapt into their culture. You adapt into their culture, you adapt and adopt. So adapt is, you understand the culture, try to assimilate with the cultures. Adopt their values, and you see whether you can work with it. Sometimes you can, sometimes very rarely it is that you cannot, but most of the times you can. And if you can do that, then you make small changes to yourself and get there. And then you start building expertise. When you have an expertise, you can even change the customer's thinking to an extent. And the last one is monetization. That is where you grow. So if you don't do these three, most of the times I see people coming in with monetization as the first one, or they come in with only expertise without adopting. And that is where, see, sometimes you have the best of people coming in, then they're not able to adopt into the culture or into this set of customer pool. They'll say, hey, no, this is not the customer pool I wanted. So these three stages, if you are able to follow in that order, then you will have a very fulfilling career. And this you have to do every year. You have to sit down and understand because every year when you look at it, even for me, when I look at it today, I was looking at few courses. What should I do to be in the current thing? I'm subscribed to newsletters. I'm reading papers. And I try to find out what else can I do? Where else can I increase my expertise so that it can monetize? And at sometimes what I'm saying is, okay, we have already created it at this level. What else can we do? And if I bring this new idea, will our team be able to adapt to it? So these are the things that I also do.